Right. Good afternoon, Clive Butkow. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show today. This is the Student Success Coach Learning Your Lunchtime webinar. So every Friday we go live and we invite our community in to join us. And of course, most of the universities promote these sessions every week because we cover lots of topics that are important for student success. So we've had experts on student mental health. I did a coaching session last week on writing. We had Dr. Jeff last year. He was a highlight. He's done 2 PhDs. So we really try and profile people that just inspire this community to reach as high as they possibly can. We're all going to be in some stage of academic studies. And I think people take full advantage of getting access to people like Clive, as we will have this afternoon, and just learn as much as they can from people like him, so that they can be successful. So, guys, you know the drill. Just pop a welcome message in the comments there. Say hi to Clive for us, and tell us which university you're from. And then I think very importantly, we are talking about mentorship this afternoon. We have a thriving mentorship program running in the Student Success Coach community in our Facebook group. And I'm going to ask Clive, all about his experience about mentorship. But if you guys have specific questions, please do pop them into the chat and we'll pick them up. And what I'm also looking for this afternoon is to enlist a few more mentors. We've got 5 formal signed up mentors in our group that are available to mentor the others. And Facebook handles that matching between people that need a mentor and those that are already signed up. But I'd love to have another 10, 15 mentors signed up. So Clive, over to you. Before we get into the topic for this afternoon, why don't you just introduce yourself? Tell us about what you've been up to. I know we worked together many years ago at Accenture, but you've just had a fascinating career. So over to you. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Peter, and welcome to everyone that's on this webinar. It's great. I can't see who's on the webinar, but whoever is out there, welcome to attend it. So my background really was I've always been an entrepreneur. I think most people wouldn't know this about me, but when I was 7 years old, I started working in a clothes shop, in a men's clothes shop. So I was 7 and came from a very humble family and didn't really have a financial ability to send me to the schools that I would have gone in university. So I worked right throughout from 7 till I graduated with a computer science applied maths and maths degree from the University of the Witwatersrand. I then joined, I was actually going to start my own company. I'd already raised capital to start my own tech company. And I was then, I use the word seduced, but probably headhunted by Accenture, Arthur Anderson Consulting at the time. This was a very long time ago. And I decided to put a pin in my entrepreneurial dreams. I thought, let me go for 5 years to Accenture just to learn more about product development and sales and marketing and operations and finance and all the things that any entrepreneur needs to know to be a successful entrepreneur. And I actually did that, but I was enjoying it so much and I was learning every single day. And I'm a learner. I just love learning. And I was just on this vertical learning path every single day for literally probably about 20 years of my Accenture career. I did stay there 28 years. Probably the last 8 years, I was more the mentor and teacher than the learner. And at 2012, I decided that I actually want to get back into the entrepreneurial space and left Accenture. And while I was at Accenture, I worked all over the globe. So I did a lot of work in building tech companies, did a lot of exciting stuff. And then about 6 years ago, when I left Accenture, I was headhunted into a venture capital company and on their board. And about 6 years ago, I started my own venture capital company called Kalon Venture Partners. We raised a couple of $100 million. And we've got about 8 investments ranging from education technology to marketing technology to payments to automotive technology. So really a large array of types of companies, but they're very, very innovation-led. So very disruptive technologies. I only invest in companies that we believe as an investment committee and board that they've got it 10 times better than anything else that's in the marketplace. And then we'll make that investment. That's how we get to offer our investors a 30 to 38% internal rate of return. So compounded every year. That's how we expect to get that sort of return. So really had a lot of fun. I'm still having a lot of fun. I enjoy every day of my life. Unfortunately, the one part of Accenture that hasn't left me is I'm still working like a dog. But I'm actually having fun like a dog. So I'll tell everyone, I actually don't work 1 hour in my life anymore. I just have fun for every one of those hours. So that's a bit of a background to me. Thanks, Peter.
No, wonderful, Clive. And I mean, everybody listening in today and watching, and thank you for saying hi on the chat there. I think Clive is just such a wonderful example. And, when we worked together at Accenture, inspired me with that love of learning, as you mentioned, Clive, there. And then the love of, being an entrepreneur and building stuff and creating things and just getting the most that you possibly can out of every single day. And that's a lot of what I certainly, try and coach and inspire people, that you can change your circumstances. You can climb that ladder, but it's going to take you deciding each and every day to do the absolute maximum that you possibly can.